What is up, everybody out there in the Wild Wild West? I don't know, or the East. Give me one sec here. There we go. Hello, hello. I'm looking like a college professor today. It's the sweater, it's the glasses, it's the hair. Yeah, I still haven't been able to pick up my contacts yet, unfortunately. So, you're getting college prof tonight, Stan. Hello, Roy. What's up, Jason? Supersonic. Chow. How's it going, Luke the Turing? Jared Sandwich. Darkaya the Great. Omar Rios. That's Darkaya again. Mr. Arctic Sparkles. Levi. Wildcat. The Golden Centret. How's everybody doing? Welcome, one. Welcome, all. Yeah, I hope you guys had a great weekend. Apologies for no stream on Sunday. But I just got super busy. This is a big, well, actually this week and next week are very big tax weekend, or not weekends, but weeks for me. But I'm doing most of it on the weekends. My appointment officially is next, I think it's Wednesday. I'm pretty sure it's Wednesday. But this Thursday as well, I will be printing off. So everything's organized now from the year that just passed. That's a lot. A year is a lot. Like I totally even forgot that like the PAX East trip was like, that's part of my taxes for 2017. So things like that, and also I did like T4 from my actual like place of employment and things like that. So yeah, it's been busy, but you guys don't care about tax stuff. I just wanted to give you an update on why Sunday stream didn't happen. But what you do care about is shiny hunting. So we'll start and begin that. What is up, Jojo? And yo, Moonwolf. How's it going, Moonwolf? How have you been? Oh my god, it's been a while. It's been a while. Good, great to see you. Stan, hello, Golden Centret. No school tomorrow. Yeah, apparently there's a big snowstorm. That makes me sad. But I did actually say when all this weather was getting really, really good, and it was starting to feel like springtime, I actually went out of my way to be like, we're gonna get at least one more. Like, one more giant, awful snowfall. It's just living in Canada / you know, northeastern United States. That's how it is with the lakes and everything. Or how it seems to go most years. Getty the Great, thank you for the sub. Welcome to the Stampede. Cheerleader, what is up? And Clay, and yo, Mr. Arctic Sparkles with the with the first super chat tip of the day. Thank you so much, Mr. Arctic Sparkles. Thank you so much. Let's get it rolling. And rolling indeed it is. Thank you so much, my friend. Seriously, give Mr. Arctic Sparkles some love in the chat. If you can find some Arctic or Sparkle-related emotes, please post them. Unless you're a sponsor, in which case you should definitely post random hype emotes. But yeah, thank you so much, my friend. Seriously, that's awesome. That's very, very kind of you. I very much appreciate it. But like I said, do not worry. You don't have to donate. I never want to, you know, make anyone have to donate or anything like that. So yeah. Saying you need to stream the T-Rex game. What T-Rex game? I'm addicted. Interesting. I haven't heard of this game yet. And thank you so much, you guys, for all of that love for Mr. Arctic Sparkles. I appreciate that. I'm part of a social justice group. That's why I have to go back to school in a few minutes. Ah, I see, I see. Fair enough, fair enough. Good luck with all of that. I hope that you guys, you know, have a nice understanding discussion, and things don't get, you know, off the rails or anything. That sounds like a very, very interesting class. Or, club, rather. Thank you. Well, thank you, Mr. Arctic. I really do appreciate that. That's really, really awesome of you. So, thank you for the love and the generosity. You're awesome for that. And then there's Roy. Yes, there is Roy. He's part boy, part purpleman, part, What parts are you, Roy? When's the Black and White 2 review? I love it, Team Plasma. I love it. Actually, fun fact, I finally did start playing it yesterday. I did the memory link thing yesterday, so that was pretty cool. But yeah, I've started it. It's official. The Black and White 2 review is started. I won't be properly starting it until I had to get a new external hard drive because I need to be able to store the files. I like to keep them on their own, like, little hard drive in case I ever need like black and white footage later for editing purposes. So yeah, I like to put them on their own hard drives. I just got a new one. I ordered it last night. I started the memory link thing. All that I need to do now is actually like just get into the game, which I will do probably Thursday, I guess, is when the external comes that morning, I think. So yeah, very exciting, very exciting. Why is Roy 17 feet tall, though? Because you know how Pinocchio's nose grows every time he lies? Roy's height grows every time he breaks a promise. I need subs too. I'm so hungry and craving them $5 footlongs. You're lucky. $5 footlongs. Are you kidding me, man? Old Stanny over here in Canada. I mean, we definitely, we once upon a time got $5 footlongs. Not so anymore. Not so. That dollar difference, you know? Stan, I need subs now. How do I get them golden centric? You just gotta, you gotta figure out your niche. You gotta figure out your calling, you know? Maybe it's not even on YouTube. Maybe your subs come on a platform that hasn't even existed yet. But by putting time into YouTube now, maybe you can reap the rewards and those subs later on a different platform because you'll already have the skills acquired when that comes around, I guess. That's all I'm trying to say. But yeah. I heard Roy eats lightning and poops thunder. Well, he does. He definitely is a force of nature. There's a reason why in most of his videos he's rolling around in the snow. There's a reason for that. I can't really speak to it. It's kind of secret. It's kind of like, you know, government Area 51 type stuff. But there's a reason. Have you ever seen Percy Jackson? That's all I'm going to say. That's all I'm going to say. Subway, my home. It's, I love a good sub. Subs are delicious. We also have a Canadian version of Subway here called Mr. Sub. That might even be older than Subway, possibly. But it definitely, it's only around still because it's Canadian. It's one of those things where we're like, we have to keep our culture. You know, they're good. They're good subs. I'm not gonna lie. Once in a while, I prefer Mr. Sub in certain scenarios to Subway. But is YouTube your full-time job? If not, what is? It is my full-time job. It is my full-time job. But I was working part-time up until about a year ago. And it was just, but even now, like it's definitely, it's not quite as crazy. And Jenna, what is up? Let me read that off 1 second here. Hey Stan, hope you've been doing okay. I finally started my first shiny hunt. Masuda breeding Wooper. 199 eggs hatched so far. When do you think I'll get it? Good luck on the hunt today. Thank you so much, Jenna. Excuse me. Good luck on your Wooper. I'm gonna say, if you've done 199 eggs, I'm gonna say like 320. I think 320 would be like 324 specifically. But yes, thank you so much, Jenna Hype. Thank you so much for your donation as well, my friend. You were awesome. You were as amazing as always. I really do appreciate it, and I know it's super late there, so thank you. I've been good. And thank you for your luck as well, by the way. I do appreciate that, especially with something as ridiculous as Type Null. But yeah, no, I do appreciate all that. But I've been a busy stan. There's been some stuff, like I keep kind of teasing you guys. There's like some news that I need to talk about. That I'm not able to talk about quite yet. I still have to keep a little bit of wraps on it. I think really only maybe Roy knows of it, and that's just because Roy, along with being like, I would consider many people in this community like actually like good friends, but Roy's like a best friend in a way. So I run some things by him. He's more than just like, you know what I mean, like just like Roy is someone that I want like in my wedding party when I get married. Like he means that much to me. And he's my oldest internet friend and things like that. So that's why, in case you're wondering, and that's also why he often will get preferential treatment here on the streams as well. Because he's awesome, and you know, I love Roy. But yeah, so he knows. But other than that, like not even anyone else. And I have some other amazing friends on the internet that I haven't even told yet. And it's just because I haven't even told some of my best friends yet. Just because it's like it's crazy. It's you know, it's good news though. It's good news. But yeah, Stan's getting married. No. But one day I would love to. Roy's the boy. We're all lucky to have. It's true. I really am, and I think many people are. I finished catching I don't know why I'm still holding this up. Jenna, you got the longest Charizard ever there, because I went on a rant holding it at the screen the whole time. But no, seriously, thank you for that donation. And yeah, no, there's some big stuff coming up. I haven't figured out yet. I might actually not be able to stream for another week after this. It's a long story, but like things are getting real busy. But it all makes sense. But I don't know yet. I don't know yet for sure. Thursday's probably not going to happen, the stream. Just based on both taxes. Like I said, I have to actually start really, or like not just organizing. I have to print off and then physically organize and then find all my stuff from last year, as well as receipts that I might have stored from the year because I can write them off as a business thing. That's the one cool thing about YouTube, I guess, when it comes to taxes. Stan is Roy Boy. Maybe. Can you do Sentret, please? Like, you mean Shiny Hunt for Sentret? Well, maybe one day, but for now, no. Because I'm really just trying to get, Canada taxes sound stupid. It's not so much Canada taxes, though, admittedly, Canada taxes are very similar in a sense, kind of, if you're a YouTuber to American. There's some differences, though, for sure. But it's mostly just YouTuber taxes. And the reason for that is because when Google basically sends AdSense money, as well as when you guys send donations, nobody is taxing that, right? But the government is like, no. You don't just get to make that money. You get taxed on that. Whether you get taxed initially or not, we're going to get some of that money. You don't get to make money being an internet guy, and we don't get our fingers on it, right? So that's what it comes down to. And so because of that, all throughout the year, I don't really get taxed at all. Like, whatever you guys send. I mean, yeah, Streamlabs will take a cut. YouTube itself will take a cut here and there, but it's not for taxes. That's just for what it's their cut. So then when tax season comes, they take another cut, and depending on how well you did or how much you made, it can be significant to you know, just a little bit. So it all kind of depends, and it also depends on what else you've contributed taxes to and what else you've kind of spent that money on, and if it went towards your business, which a lot of my stuff did. A lot of what I made, I put back into Random 10. So that includes things like the PAX trip. That includes, you know, this new chair. That includes the new microphone, new monitor, some of the games like Super Mario Odyssey, Breath of the Wild, which I did stream. There are some games I bought, though, that I can't, like Sonic Generations. I can't because I didn't use that on stream. I didn't make a video about it. But yeah, Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, for example, are tax deductible. So it just depends. It just depends. Saying I have 18 subs. Nice. I think in my life I've probably eaten 300 subs. Probably around that number. Tax season. It's fun. You know what? Tax season already kind of sucks. Even if you don't have like a weird internet new age kind of business that people don't understand. But when you do have that, it makes it that much more difficult. The good news is, though, is at least I'm not like a corporation, you know? Like, I'm merely like a sole proprietor or a limited, I think they call it an LLC in America. I don't know, but it basically, again, you guys probably don't really care that much about taxes, but the point is, it's super busy time. My actual appointment is next Wednesday, but from now until kind of then, that plus this other big news that I'm kind of like working on behind the scenes, they're taking a lot of my time, and so I might not be able to stream again until like next Thursday, possibly. But like I said, I don't know for sure. I might, if you know, things are good, things go better than I think, I could just randomly stream Sunday. Like still keep to the schedule. Look out. Follow me on the Discord, on Twitter. But yeah. Hello, sorry I'm late, Andy. We care about you and that silky smooth voice. Thank you, Jojo. Thank you, man. Thank you. Yeah, no, things are good. Things are good. I'm actually, like, I've been feeling really good lately. I've been feeling, like I said, it's good news behind the scenes. Taxes do suck, and they do take a little of that energy away. But I've been feeling really good lately. I've been feeling more motivated than ever. And I've been, like I said, this news is like, it's probably like a month in the making now. There's a reason why, anyway, but I don't want to give too much away. Are you working on your YouTube Red show? I wish I had a YouTube Red show, but I don't, unfortunately. I don't, you know, you really need to be like a big YouTube, influencer, I guess is the best term I can use for them to want to greenlight something like that for you. And then even if you are a great influencer, you know, you have to be like a perfect kind of role model in every sense. Like you can't really make any mistakes, which I think like that's the hardest part. It's like the spotlight's on you at that point, and there's like people whose jobs and salaries rely on you not to like mess up. And there's a difference between like, you know, a quick little mess up and like a you know, like a Logan Paul situation. That's a habitual mess up that you know, punishment should be in order. And they probably shouldn't even given him a show in the first place. If I'm just being honest, just based on kind of how he enters a room, they should have been like, yeah, maybe we don't want to associate ourselves with this guy. But you know, there's been other people who've had their show either canceled or just kind of back shelved, and that sucks for the crew, right? I'm telling you, Stan's YouTube Red show is the Roy Lorette. Oh my god. If I was gonna make a Roy Boy themed YouTube Red Show though, I actually think I would do some sort of like Pawn Stars type thing with like rare games only, like rare nerdy things probably. Oh, I lost. There's our first capture card malfunction of this day. But yeah, no, I would do something like that, and like Roy would definitely be. I think Roy would actually be the Rick Harrison. Like he would be the main guy who, you know, we kind of answer to. I don't know who would be the Chumlee, if I'm being honest. I'd probably just be like the old man, I guess, the old Stan, you could call me, if you're familiar with the show I'm talking about. But yeah, that would be the kind of show I think would be pretty funny. I just want to see Roy in like a Vegas like pawn shop be like, yeah, I got a friend, I'll take you over. Nice Golden Sentret. I'm gonna hunt for a shiny Manectric. I also needed an Intimidate Pokemon. Let's see how long it will take you. Hopefully not terribly long. Roy should have her. That's another one I think. If we did like, you know, like you know how they had like the hills. If we did like the hats or something, and it was like a drama show about Roy, and just going through life. I think that'd be really funny with like guest stars from other people in the community. Jojo, you're of course welcome. But yeah, I think that'd be really funny. And today on the hats, and then it's just like Roy being like, yeah, so I applied for that internship at the fashion magazine, and I just cannot wait to see if I get the job or not. And then, you know, like have like I don't know, like Jenna show up and just be like, yeah, I know what you're talking about. Like, I hope she picks you too. Everything's amazing. And then like Roy finds out like everything's going good. He gets the promotion, but on the same night, which also happens to be his birthday, he discovers that John, aka Arcane Toaster, actually stole his girlfriend that night because Roy was so focused on the promotion that he neglected his girlfriend. And then, so, you know, like, I think that'd be a good series. Yo, what's up, Joey? What's up, man? How's it going, my boy? Good chats yesterday, or was it yesterday? No, it was 2 days ago, wasn't it? But time flies, man. But yes, good chats. Are the cap card mess-ups related to using 2? Makes me nervous. Mine's going to start being screwy. No, it's less to do with 2 and more because one of mine is a 2DS capture card, like just straight up 2DS. So where they put the port for the USB cable isn't really solid. It's very flimsy, and unfortunately that means that the cable, even if I like nudge the 2DS a little bit, which it's already not balanced, but like when I nudge it even a little bit, the cable like is apt to fall out. So yeah, it's scary. Speaking of I couldn't even speak that. Wow. Speaking of birthdays today, today is mine. I am 19 years young. What is up, Fluff Puff? Congratulations. I almost got the Charizard. You know what? You can get the Charizard. Congratulations. Happy birthday to Fluff Puff. Happy birthday to you. Bonne fête à toi. Bonne fête. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Where does Video Master play into this? I assume you would probably be an editor. With a name like Video Master, you would probably be like the guy who like cues up the drama. Like, you know how in a lot of reality they'll edit it to make it look more dramatic? I think that's your job in all of this, Video Master. I'm doing good, my dude. How are you? I'm well, man. I'm well. I am shiny hunting for type Null. I actually was gonna go a little bit later today with the stream because I was gonna have dinner. My brother is making an amazing dinner right now. He bought like a pork tenderloin. He chopped it up. He's making like homemade, well, I mean, it's all pretty much homemade, but you know what I mean. Homemade kind of like pork chops, right off the tenderloin. Sweet potato fries, or they're more like potatoes, but still, they're gonna be crispy like fries, and that's exciting. So I'm excited for that. I'm not gonna be able to eat it until after the stream, but I'm still very excited about it. But yeah, things are really good, Joey. Things are really good. It was 2 days ago, right? Yes, yeah. That's true. You were streaming on the old Twitch. That is true. Maybe that's why I was like, yesterday. I don't know. Time flies when you're having fun. But yeah, man, things are really good. I hope everything is good over there for you. I'm excited about the big Joseph extravaganza sometime this summer. That's all I'll say in case you don't want me spoiling anything. But I'm excited, man. I lost my job. My partner left me for another last week, but I got good shiny luck. Overkill. I'm very sorry to hear that. I mean, the shiny luck is a nice consolation, but I am still very... I find, you know, like, and I've talked about this a little bit before, but I really do find that life is so weird sometimes, and I know that's a bit of an understatement, but I mean, like, it seems that it really is just a series of ebbs and flows. Like, it seems to me like I have had some incredible years, right? Like, I have had these years where everything good happens in, like, the span of, like, 3 months. It's crazy. Like, in the span of, like, 3 or 4 months in 2015, I, like, met and started dating Nad, who's now my girlfriend, like, 3 years later. I got a new job right outside of college. I graduated college. My YouTube channel, like, hit, like, 10,000 subscribers. I got my driver's license. Like, everything, like, all these good things kind of, like, hit me in one fell swoop. But then, about a year later, a lot of things started kind of, like, hitting, like, doing the reverse, where it was, like, you know, I started putting on some weight that I wasn't so happy about. I got kind of let go from my job, because I said I wanted to keep doing my YouTube thing. My YouTube channel kind of, like, stagnated a little bit, like, so it wasn't going as well as I maybe wanted it to. Like, it's weird. Basically all I'm saying is, like, life is weird. Sometimes things hit you, like, really hard. But the important thing is that for every ebb, there is a flow. For every downturn, there is an upturn. And I think that's really important to remember, because no matter how bad things are, and no matter how much it seems that life throws at you, if you give it some time, and I'm not saying you're going to get out of, if there is a funk even, but I'm not saying you're just going to recover within, you know, a few days or a few weeks. It could take a year. It could take 2 years. I don't know. But the point is, if you can just fight through it and get through every day until things can kind of start picking up again, I promise you, all of a sudden things will kind of hit you at once again, and you'll have probably some of the best times of your life. So just, you know, keep in there. I know it sucks, but we're here for you. We love you, and you know, thank you for spending some time with us and sharing your story with us, because I think it's very important. I think it's very important. But yeah, you're awesome. And yo, Golden Centrid, hi Stan, hello. Thank you for the donation, Golden Centrid hype. Also, my capture card fell out again, which really sucks. Hey Stan, how are you? And what time will you be streaming till? Larry Gaming, I don't know. Tonight, I think I'm going to be streaming probably at least until, I want to say 9. Like, I think that's fair. Maybe 8:30. It depends. I'm not going to lie. I do have to fix this capture card, though. All right, I'm going to unplug it. Sometimes I find that helps if I just, like, unplug it straight up. And then plug it back in. Try to set it up so it's, like, I actually just heard it unplug again. Man. This capture card, man. Okay. Maybe that'll fix it? Maybe. We'll see. Sorry about that, guys. You guys know, this is like one of the reasons, the biggest reasons why I just want to kind of like type null, caught, no, okay. How do I fix you and not have you keep doing that? All right. Sorry, guys. I actually think I figured out how to get it going here. Alright, I just don't think I balanced it properly that time. Cool. Thank you for your patience. Bada bing, bada boom. But yeah, that's why I don't like doing type null, because I don't really like doing double shiny hunts because of that one issue with my capture card. But anyway. And I just said I'm tired twice. That's okay, though. That's okay. You're allowed to be tired. Hey, Stan, do you have any Pokemon cards? Not really, honestly, Larry Gaming. The TCG is one of the few areas in my Pokemon fandom that I'm not so great at. It just never really, like, caught me. And then anytime I've kind of considered it, I've kind of weighed out, knowing my collector's mentality and knowing how much I love rare things, how much money I would probably end up spending if I got into Pokemon, like, cards and collecting. And it's just, like, to me, it's just, like, I want to nip it in the bud before it gets out of control, you know? But, yeah, I had them when I was a kid, for sure, but I gave them to my cousin a few years before I started my channel or anything. And, yeah. I understand, Overkill. I understand. But I'm telling you, things will get better. I know, obviously, 3 years is an incredibly long time, and it must feel like a lot is ending. But just, like I said, just keep in there, man. You're going to be okay. You're going to be okay. I promise you. Nice, Darky of the Great. I've been holding on to an Umbreon Full Art card for Stan for like 2 years. Oh my god. I know, but like I said, like, I definitely appreciate it, because I understand that that's more of like a sentimental thing. But man, like, at the same time, it's like, I do feel like there are actual like, collectors out there of the cards who would appreciate it as a card, you know? Because I understand, I would love it as just like, man, like JoJo gave me this. Like, I can remember JoJo buy this card for the sentimentality or whatever. But I do feel like almost guilty for just being like, you know, if I ever did take that off your hands, I would feel kind of guilty about it, I think. I started getting back into Pokemon cards. I'm the same with the collecting thing, though, so I hope it doesn't get too bad. Yeah, I'm like, I have to get them all. It's like Amiibo. Like, Amiibo, I started off, I had, like, all I had was, like, a Yoshi and a Villager, and, like, that was pretty much it for, like, the first little while. And then all of a sudden, I started seeing, like, they were a little bit rare, and then I was like, oh, well, I'll just get the rare ones. I'll just try to find, like, a Marth. I'll just try to, you know, get, like, at the time, I think Star Fox was starting to become rare. Samus was starting to become kind of rare. And I was like, I'm just gonna get those ones. Like, that'll be awesome. And then somehow that turned into, like, yeah, well, you know what? Like, while I'm here, like, maybe I should just pick up, like, Pit and Captain Falcon before things get really bad. And, you know, okay, maybe I should get Pikachu as well. Oh, yeah, no, I should definitely get Mario and Link as well. And then it just, you know, and then I needed all of them. I needed all of them. And it's the same thing with, like, Pokemon cards, I feel like. I can't wait, JoJo. I can't wait. Yeah, unfortunately, no packs this year. It just, you know, it's very, very expensive. I went last year and had a blast, but, like, it's, yeah, it just, this year is, there's gonna be a lot of changes and a lot of, like, you know, things that I need money for, in terms of, like, moving and stuff, because the lease on this apartment is only until August. So things like that, like real grown-up things, obviously. And taxes, for example. I'm about to, I'm sure, pay, a crazy amount of taxes. So yeah, it's things like that. But, you know, in the future, who knows, man? Who knows? Hey, Stan, what Pokemon am I? Larry Gaming, I believe you are a... I'm going to say you are a Dugtrio, because you have the intelligence of 3 beings, not just 1. And Cheerleader just became my best friend. Nice, nice. You do you, Staniel. We're here. Ew, grown-up things. I know, trust me. Trust me. Look, I even, like I said, it's like I'm in tax season and all of a sudden I look like a professor. Like, coincidence? I don't know. I just happen to run out of contacts and wear, like, a college professor sweater, like, on the same... And, like, I have very college professor hair right now, I think, too. When I'm, like, doing taxes and having to, like, adult really hard this, like, last few weeks. Stan, what Pokemon describes me? Fluffpuff? Something with a lot of energy, for sure. Yeah, something with a lot of energy. I mean, I guess kind of like, I mean, Smeargle would be a pretty good apt one as well, but it might be a little too, like, on the nose, right? Because, like, you are such a talented artist, you love to draw and animate and things like that. So, I don't know, maybe that's a little too, like, on the nose, but probably something very colorful, something energetic. Maybe, I don't know, for some reason as well, just maybe it's your name, but, like, I also see, like, Swablu and Altaria in that, maybe. I don't know. Or Spinda. Spinda's pretty cool, too, because it's, like, original, right? It has, like, its own special pattern. Spinarak also kind of fits into that mold as well. So, like, yeah, one of those would work for sure, because you're an original. You have your own style. No, Quartz. No, you're good. Can I be Hawlucha? Well, I don't know. I don't know, man. I always kind of fit... I always kind of pegged you as, like a Zangoose kind of guy. You know, you have that, like, that rugged scar. You stand up tall... And you know, I think it's also the beard. I don't think Zangoose has a beard, but the beard, for whatever reason, reminds me more of like a Zangoose-y type Pokemon. I don't know. Why is Instagram so confusing? I don't understand. Is Instagram really that confusing? I mean, I guess I shouldn't say that. I've had like years to like figure it out, so I shouldn't just be like, is it that? But yeah, no, things are always confusing when you first start them, right? I mean, it's crazy. Even I'm trying to think of something recent that I had to, like, kind of learn. Well, I mean, tax stuff. But, again, I don't want to get too deep into that. But, yeah, like, anytime you have to learn, like, a new program or, like, anything new like that, it is frustrating. I get it. I took a test. I was a Delcatty. Nice, nice. I once, I don't know what Pokemon I'd be. How about me? Video Master? I'm getting more of, like... I don't know. Like, you got the feng shui kind of symbol going on in your profile pic. And so I'm going to have to say something from Black and White probably. I'm going to go with Klinklang, I think. I don't even know why. I think Klinklang is a great Pokemon, and I think yeah. Actually, though, I could also see JoJo being like an Excadrill. I can see that as well. With a name like Cheerleader, could you rather Oricorio or an NK? True, true. I don't know though. Cheerleader is probably I would definitely say a water type, but I don't know if I'd necessarily go like I would say like I don't know, like a Goldeen or something. Goldeen, maybe a like a Love Disc, something like that. Corsola, maybe even. Burb, saying what Pokemon am I? Orange Porange. Well, you got to be something orange, obviously. So why not a Growlithe? How about me? Darky the Great. You have Dark in your name, so I got to go Dark type. I'm gonna say Misdreavus. I'm gonna say Misdreavus. Chandelure! Chandelure works too. Sure, yeah. I mean, that's what it comes down to. You can be whatever Pokemon you want. Whether I, like, you know, I might say, like, Klinklang, and you're like, well, I feel more like a Chandelure. Hey, who am I to say, right? What Pokemon am I? Spectre, Hacks. You are missing, no, because Hacks. Maybe Totodile. Totodile's pretty cool, too. Yeah, apparently it is Dark Overkill. I'm a fishy. Get on my level. Get on that level. And I think Roy would definitely be like... Roy would probably be like a Stunfisk or something, probably. So he's also probably... No, I don't know. What? No, Roy... If Roy is a Pokemon... I've named 2 Pokemon after Roy, and it was a Togepi and a Wigglytuff. Those are the two Roy Boy Pokemon. So, you guys can decide amongst yourself. Hello, Mr. Tucker. What's up, man? AKA EOS Oscar. How's it going, man? The reason, by the way, I like lingered on your name there is because I almost said I got like because there's you and then there's Tuck Tuck Floof, and I always say like anyway. Well, Stan, I took a test and apparently I'm a Haunter. Haunter. Cool, cool. That's awesome. You just called him a bottom feeder. Well, you know, Roy is not that, but he's got a very interesting typing. He can be a little derp at some points, but he's also very smart and very creative. And I think that's just like Stunfisk. No, I don't know. He wouldn't be a Stunfisk, but he wouldn't be like a Gyarados, for example. He's a fish. No, he's like I said, he's a Wigglytuff or a Togepi. One of those two things. I'm a Trubbish. Then I'm a Grimer. Roy would be a Pokemon that isn't usually purple, but is colored like a grape. Okay, what are some purple Pokemon? I mean, there's Whismur, like right off the top of my head, I can think of that. There's not a whole lot of purple Pokemon though, are there? I guess, not Meowstic. What evolves in Masharna though has some purple in it. Esper, right? Isn't one of them kind of purplish? Not really. I guess it's more like a gray. Well, kinda. Grimer is purple, actually, speaking of purple Pokemon. Genesect is purple. Gengar's purple, of course. That's actually why it's one of his favorites. Sup, my dude? Not much, man. Just, you know, hanging out, getting ready for dinner. Gonna go to 1,100 encounters tonight on the right-hand side, which I know you're very excited about, Tucker. Hey, Stan, remember in one of your old videos where you said Cyndaquil is your favorite starter because of a personal reason? Still gets me. Yeah, no, and Cyndaquil is still my favorite starter. My top 5 Pokemon have definitely seen some like change in recent months, but with the release of Sun and Moon, and then also just like this community and stuff, plus some playthroughs, right, of old games that I'm reviewing. So yeah, I've definitely put some time into many of those. But yeah, Cyndaquil is the one that doesn't really change. I don't think it ever will change because, like I said, it's my first Pokemon. Like it's, you know, it's a buddy. It's a pal. Venonat is okay. Butterfree as well. I think Roy would probably rather be Venonat, or would probably rather be Butterfree than Venonat though. I have a feeling. But yeah, there is some purple Pokemon actually. The more I think about it, the more I'm like, yeah, there's some legitimate stuff, isn't there? Oh yes, a playthrough of games you're reviewing. Yes. By the way, Jason, our boy, the one and only, the pizza manager himself, Mr. Tickety Tuckety Tucker Oscar. How come Jason gets mod and I don't? Well, Tucker, there's a good reason for that, and the reason is because I made Jason a mod like a long time ago when I was still pulling some crazy numbers in this stream. So to tell him apart, I made a mod, basically, you know? But I don't really make people mods anymore because like the viewership is so like low compared to that I can usually tell when people are there, and if anyone is acting up, either 1 or 2 of my mods currently will handle it, and if they're not around, I can typically handle it myself. So that's the main reason. I don't just give mods out like candy anymore. Sorry, Tuck. It happens, man. I don't get mod because I shouldn't be trusted with managing people. That's true. I've seen what you've done to Barley in Roy's Discord. So that was a test. Roy tested you on behalf of me, and you failed. Alola from Brazil. What's up? What's up, Deeks? How's it going? Alola from Canada. Hi, Randomtons. Hello, Kyle Bryan. Hello. I loved seeing your cousin Kobe win an Oscar recently. I'm sure you've never heard like Kobe Bryant jokes. But no, seriously, that's pretty cool. In 2 days I got Shiny Diglett, Psyduck, and Crabrawler. That's awesome. That's awesome. That is really good luck, actually. Well, I make a good mod, so it's your loss. I think that is a great attitude. I think, yeah, you should know your value, Tucker, and you should not settle for less. I appreciate that, man. But yeah, like I said, I don't really mod like anyone anymore, man. I'm sorry. It's just like as Pokemon starts to kind of like fade more and more and more, and the viewership kind of like declines more and more and more. It doesn't make sense to just make people mod just for the hell of it, you know? I don't know. Throws crispy M&Ms at everyone. I like to just kind of keep the mod circle very, very closed, and it was more of a timing thing. Most people who ended up becoming mods, they joined the streams at a good time when like something happened and I needed their help. Crispy M&Ms are actually pretty good. I had one recently. They're pretty good. Nerd. You gotta be a nerd. Tucker's just messing, man. Don't worry about him. I actually am not gonna sleep tonight because Tucker bullied me. I feel like it's like, you know, it's like, have you ever seen the movie Carrie? Well, like, I'm Carrie, and Tucker is like John Travolta in that movie, or whoever bullies Carrie in that movie. And he's just like dumping pig blood on my head all the time. And one day, Tucker, I'm just gonna unleash my psychic powers on you, man. I'm sorry. But, you know, my favorites are the peanut ones. So that's why I'm throwing crispy ones. The crispy ones are good. I do enjoy them. The peanut butter ones are good. The peanut ones are probably some of the best ones, I think. Those are always the best ones, like, in Halloween candy, for sure. The little packets. Milk chocolate's okay. Like, I'll eat it, but, like, yeah. Chronicle is Carrie with superpowers. I mean, technically, Carrie kind of did have superpowers. I mean, how do you quantify that? What's the difference between, like, telekinesis in a horror movie and telekinesis in a superhero movie, basically, you know? They're both telekinesis, which are both, I think, technically superhuman. Good, you don't deserve sleep. Oh, man. Tucker. You don't know, you're unleashing the beast, man. Replaying through Pokemon White and got a shiny Tepig. What? That's incredible. Congrats, Gage. Can you not have milk squid? Dairy, like lactose intolerant, is a big thing. Or milk allergies, just in general. If I could bring someone with me on a Pokemon adventure, there's only one choice, really. Are you talking Pokemon or are you talking person? Because I'm bringing Tucker just so that I can let him get attacked by Charizards and Mewtwo's and stuff. While I try to catch them. Carrie couldn't control herself, pretty much. Okay, I see. But I still think it's technically superpowered. I don't know. Whether it can, I don't know if control is really, but I see what you and JoJo are saying, for sure. Stan, do you have any suggestions I should hunt for? You should hunt for, I think you should hunt for a Ladybug. Not to fear, Daniela's brother is here. What's up? How's it going, man? I'd bring Bianca Del Rio. She'd sass the competition anyway. Hey, fair enough. I would put up a fight too and win. Tucker, come on. In the Pokemon world, I don't know, man. I feel like you'd eat the wrong like Puffin or something, and then you'd be down and out for a while. Hunt for a shiny, Slife for the Sky Dragon. Yeah, why not, right? See, they want to make you believe that Type Null was created by the Aether Corporation, but actually it originated from Wakanda. If you want, I can take this off your hands. Do you want to take the Type Null off my hands? What do you mean? But yes, no, I didn't know it was from Wakanda. That's interesting. That's very interesting. It would explain the gold, though, because, like, you know, golden Jaguar. What Pokemon can my friend be? His name is Aiden. Aiden can be an Alamolola. An old streamer I used to watch dared me to shiny hunt Spinda in Moon. I got it in 17. Nice, nice. That's awesome. Tucker's a legendary Pokemon? Well, I mean, is he? Is he, though? I feel like Tucker is more like... I feel like Tucker is more like a, oh my god, like a Bagon. Like, he's a pseudo-legendary Pokemon for sure, but he's still in, like, the early stage, you know? Like, he's got miles to go until he eventually spreads his wings and becomes a full-on Salamence. And then one day, maybe even a Mega Salamence. But he's got a lot of potential, is what I'm saying. I love Tucker because he's full of surprises. And he's a strong dude. He's a strong dude, for sure. He definitely whooped my butt at Quick Draw on 1-2 Switch. So I guess I can't really, like, you know, talk too big of a game. Tucker's Delibird. Oh, my God. Since he's a Mall Santa. Oh, my God. Tucker is not a Mall Santa. However, in 40 years, it's possible. I'm not going to lie. You already have a pretty amazing beard at, like, what was it, like 19, 20? So, I mean, you know, I definitely, I wish I legitimately wish I could. I'm jealous of people who can grow, like, really, really, really cool beards. Because I can't. I can grow at least somewhat of a beard, but it's still very, like, you know, I don't know. What's your least favorite movie? Mine is the first my least favorite movie? Oh, God. That's, I mean, I don't really, like... I think my least favorite movie that I've ever seen personally was Man of Steel, the Superman movie. Not only because, like, I just did not like the movie, just for my own, like, reasonings and stuff. But I also, like, during our theater showing, I think I've told this story before, it's, like, the only theater show that I've been to where the power cut out halfway through, and so we just sat there in silence, like, during the climax for, like, I don't know, like 30 minutes waiting for them to, like, reboot the projector. And it was like, yeah, so it was just a really awful experience. It was super awkward too, because when I went with a buddy, and he was like kind of seeing this girl, but not really, and they were like kind of fighting, and it was like, it was weird. So just like all together, it all combined to be like, so I would probably put that. It's probably not the worst movie ever made. It's technically a well-made movie. For me, it just, like, yeah. He's got the beard, the looks, the stomach. This man eats all his food on my bed anyway. Oh my god. The Fish movie won an Oscar for Best Picture. That's true. Don't lose that stomach. That's your best feature. I love it, Tucker. I love it. You, man, hey, if you're living your best life and you're, like, you know, trying to make changes, whether it's I thought you looked fine, but, like, whether it's like, you know, related to weight or just health or whatever, I think that's awesome, dude. I wish you all the best on that journey. I'm done bullying Tuck now. It's all good. It's all good. I'm sure he can take it. He's a tough cookie. Or a tough pizza, I guess. Wait, Jordan Peele won an Oscar? Get out of here. He did. He did. He won an Oscar for dancing in the movie La La Land. He was... Oh, no! This capture card is awful. We're having quite a run there, too. Okay. There we go. But yeah. Why is there no dolphin Pokemon? That's what I've always said. I've always said it. Why is there no dolphin Pokemon? Why is there no... why is there no baby... I was going to say Toucan, but there's a baby Toucan Pokemon now. Dang it. Mr. Arctic Sparkles, I'm going to head out now. I'll see you guys later. Thank you, Mr. Arctic Sparkles, for the super chat again. I do appreciate that. Mr. Arctic Sparkles, hype. Have a great rest of your night. Yeah, take care of yourself. It was a good time. It was a good time. It was the best of times. It was the worst of times. It was the most epic of times when you donated. But thank you so much, Mr. Arctic Sparkles, for the love and for the donation, of course. You were awesome. And yeah, take care, my friend. And please give Arctic some hype in the chat, as many of you are already doing. We need a platypus Pokemon. That is something we do need, actually. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, there are still, like, I can't think of as many off the top of my head, but there are still definitely a few Pokemon that they could certainly certainly, like, or animals, I should say, rather, that they could turn into Pokemon that they have not done yet, including, like I said, Dolphin. I always say, like, I'm so surprised with all the water types they have, they don't have a Dolphin Pokemon. That's crazy to me. There's, like, you know, 18 fish Pokemon, and at least probably, like, 2 lines of whale Pokemon, but yet we only have, like, zero Dolphins. Zero Dolphins. It's crazy. It's crazy. I want my Perry the Platypus. Don't we all? Don't we all? Earthworm Jim? I guess they don't really have a worm Pokemon. No, they do, right? Yeah. But not an Earthworm so much, I guess. That's a good point. That's a good point. We need a Pokemon that's like a Pokemon. Oh, what if they made, like, basic, like, taking kind of, like, the meta-ness of, like, Mimikyu. What if they made a Pokemon that specifically was, like, designed to try to trick someone that it was, like, a Gen 1 Pokemon? You know what I mean? I know that's kind of what Mimikyu is, but, like, what if it was, like, drawn in the very simplistic, like, Ken Sugimori kind of, like, Gen 1 style? So, like, all these beautiful 3D, HD, like, models on the Switch game, and then you have one Pokemon that's just kind of like this weird, like, 2D sprite. Like, that's his design, is, like, it's a sprite Pokemon. And not like the soft drink that LeBron James endorses, like, a sprite, you know, like a 2D visual representation of the model. I think that'd be really, really cool. And it'd be a nice little throwback to, like, the HD. It was just, like, a flat, like, 2D, like, not Stunfisk flat, like, actually, like Game & Watch, kind of, in Smash Bros. Like, that kind of thing. That'd be a pretty cool design, right? I think. When I think of Gen 1, I think of Pokemon Stadium minigames for some reason. When I think of Gen 1, I think of the cards, I think, most of all, probably, for me. The cards and the toys. Which, I mean, explains something, because I was, like, probably 6 or 7 when Pokemon really started hitting its stride. So that makes sense, I think. That would be amazing. Who do you think is the best lion Pokemon? Luxray, Pyroar, or Solgaleo? I never really considered Luxray a lion Pokemon, to be honest with you. I always considered it more of, like, it's definitely a feline, but, like, I always considered it more like a mix of, like, lion and panther and, like, tiger. Yeah, like, where Solgaleo, I think, is the most lion-ish Pokemon. So is the male form of Pyroar. But Solgaleo is probably the one I'll associate with lions for the longer time, I guess. I want a legendary Chupacabra Pokemon. Ooh, that'd be interesting. I mean, maybe they could bring that to life. Stan, help me. How do I secure my Kabuto Shine? Reviving Fossil and doing soft reset, or hatching eggs? I think either or. As long as it can hatch from eggs, which, can it? Maybe it probably can, actually. Yeah, I think I can. So eggs might be your best bet, just because you can, like, Masuda method that way. Where soft resetting is probably gonna be still, like, you know, the odds are probably less in your favor, is what I'm trying to say, if you soft reset. But I don't know. Pikachu Bacabra. Well, maybe that's the next design for Pikachu. I was about to say Loch Ness Monster, but yeah, Lapras. Yeah, no, I mean, Game Freak is really, really kind of, like, you know, pulled from all corners of mythology from all around the world. They've, I'm sure there's a few things probably in terms of, like, Native American culture that they might be able to, like, pull from that. I don't think we see many stuff like that, but they also gotta be careful of that, because a lot of that stuff can come off as, like, insensitive and stuff. So I understand why, right? Because, you know, I have fun, Silicon Stan. All right, dude, enjoy the rest of your night, Tucker. I will definitely have to ship you, you know, some sort of t-shirt, or maybe like a book or something in the future. But take care of yourself. Always great talking to you. It was cool that you know, Jason and yourself were both here at kind of the same time, and we could, like, have some jokes and stuff. It was a good time. But yeah, take care, man. Take care. Natu, Zatu, right? Yes, they do have some, but I mean, I'm just talking about, like, in general. There's so much lore from, like, Native American, like, history that they could pull from. More than just that. I watched that the other night too, Barley, after it won the Oscar. Like, I'm talking, like, only 2 nights ago. Icarus, right? It is crazy. It is crazy how, like, it's crazy because it's like, it's kind of like making a documentary on, like, I'm trying to think of, like, a good example here. It's kind of like making a documentary, and I say this as, like, respectfully and, like, as like, you know, just being, like, you know, trying to, anyway, it's like making a documentary on like airplane and airport safety just for your own like kind of thing, and then all of a sudden like on a catastrophic awful event like 9/11 happens, in which case like you're at the front, like you were talking to the literal people who were in charge of all this, and now you are like halfway through the story when everything changes forever. Like it's kind of insane in that sense, for sure. I really did. For those of you who don't know, basically it's like this guy, and he's like he's basically just trying to like get better at cycling. So he like hits up one of Russia's like top like dope so like steroid like guys, and they start to form like a friendship, and they start to figure out how this guy can basically like cheat in like a race, like how he can like dope in races so that he's better. And like literally as this is happening, all of the like Russian Olympic stuff started like getting smoke, like and started becoming a real thing. And now like there's this guy, and he had to like flee the country, and like it's crazy. It's crazy. Like if you haven't watched the documentary, definitely check it out. Yeah, it was like it like literally goes from like, and like these guys are at the forefront. Like they had all the documents saved because they'd been like talking for like months via Skype and like Gmail and stuff. And so like they became like the smoking guns in this case, and all it was just like a filmmaker who was trying to like win the Tour de France somehow ended up becoming like involved heavily in like this whole plot of a lifetime of doping and messing with the WADA and the Olympic Committee, and like it's insane, and it's actually mind-boggling. I really did enjoy it. Yeah, it's like 2 different movies. It's crazy, but yeah. What's been your longest hunt ever? Well, no, I was gonna say this one's starting, but no, not really. The longest one so far, I have to say, technically it is Cyndaquil, because it took us the longest amount of probably both time and resets. But having said that, I've gotten to 3,000 soft resets on Entei and Regirock, and I never got the shiny. So technically, I never even got the shiny out of those. So maybe those ones, because you know they could technically go even longer than that. I'm using my shiny Sableye to find Ladybug. Nice, that's awesome. Roy da doy da doy. Roy boy in the building. And Roy would walk 5,000 miles, and Roy would walk 500 more. No worries, Moonwolf. It was great seeing you. Thank you so much for tuning in. I really do appreciate it. You are as awesome as ever. And yeah, take care. Just to be the moon that walked 5,000 miles to fall down at your door. Barley. Honestly, here for the random Roy songs, that's kind of the best. That's kind of the best part, right? I promise you guys, I'm telling you, like for Christmas time, like the holidays next year, I might actually consider making like you know how they have those like commercials where it's like someone just obviously in a studio in like the dark with like one light on them, and it's like, own today for only 4 payments of $9.99. You can own the best of Stan, and then it just like shows the titles of the songs across the screen, and it's like me singing one of them, and like the one I'm singing is highlighted in yellow. Like something like that, I think would be very appropriate. I don't know what Icarus is. Dude, you made a review on it. What are you talking about? When I was a young Roy, my father took me... Did you guys enjoy... it's actually Boy Week 2018 this week, which is where we celebrate all songs with the word boy in the title. Today on Roy's Discord server, I posted the first 10 ranked songs that have boy in the title. Some included Boys of Summer by Don Henley, American Boy by Estelle featuring Kanye West. There was some AC/DC in there, some The Cure, a lot of country music, unsurprisingly. But yeah. Roy is gonna dance, dance, dance like his night depends on it. It was fire. Thank you, Cheerleader Squid. Yeah, it was kind of fire, I have to admit. And when I eventually release this Christmas, Roy, if you're still there, are you actually up to make to collab on a potential Christmas album? like as a feat. Like remember when like Jay-Z and Kanye West got together and it was like the best of two worlds. It was like Jay-Z's lyricism, Kanye's like knack for music and production, and they both kind of like hit at like the pinnacle. Well, I mean, Jay-Z might not have been at the pinnacle of his career, but he's still doing really well. Kanye was maybe at his most like creative, and I think we should do that this winter time. Roy, that's edgy. I don't sing. Yeah, you don't have to sing though. Like William Shatner doesn't really sing, and yet he's put out like albums before. So there's ways around it. Roy and Stan, Jake Paul, 21 Savage, Christmas album. Oh my god, yes! Yeah, Roy. Would you consider that, maybe? We could just auto-tune you, like Jake Paul. And something for Chase and Anthony. I watched an H3 podcast about Jake Paul's Christmas album. It was not good. Just before, I had to say that before someone was like, oh my god, how does Stan know the lyrics? I know that I watched the H3 podcast. I know the bio merch. Bio merch. I can be the voice on the start of the songs. I just need you to do, like, you'll see. It won't be as bad as you think. It's mostly for fun anyway. I don't actually think we're gonna sell it. We're gonna put it on our SoundCloud and give it to the masses for free, who've been wanting one forever. Roy can play the instruments. That's true, Roy. You can learn how to play Little Drummer Roy. H3 is great. I do love me some Ethan and Hila, for sure. I'm excited. They have Bob Saget is going to be on one of their podcasts in, like, the next few weeks, which is just crazy to me because it's, like, I just feel like with the way that Ethan specifically is and his kind of, like, shtick, his comedy, I feel like it's just going to be so weird to see someone who's, like, traditionally Hollywood. I know Bob Saget's a comic. He's got a good sense of humor and stuff like that, but it's gonna be so weird to like see him, pull out like the Jake Paul memes and stuff, and Bob Saget just kind of being like, who? Like, what? I'm on Fuller House. I don't want a lot for Roy Miss, just a Switch and maybe 2 games, but I also want a purple hat from a boy who isn't the same. Super Ash, what's up, man? What's up? I just want a Roy to sing on this album and to bring everyone some Christmas joy. Baby, all I want this season is Roy. Yeah. Roy Boy Ben. That's how it goes, right? There we go. I just wrote a song right there for the Christmas album, Roy. On the spot, might I add, and it rhymed too. Actually, a Christmas album is really good for you because joy is a very common word in Christmas songs, and your name is Roy, so it gives us a lot of, like, ammo to work with in terms of, like, the lyricism, Wait, Roy, are you... Oh, yeah, you do like Full House, that series. Hello, Super Ash! Perfect A++, so proud. Thank you, thank you. I try. Roy Lies. What's, like, the most obscure song that we could cover, though, Roy? I want something super 80s, and I want it, like... We need to make a music video for it using our green screens. But it has to be really, like, obscure 80s, like, pop, like... like, that pop rock kind of, that... Jenny, speculation, go. I want, beautiful soundtrack. I want gorgeous visuals. I want more cutscenes, more cinematics, but I want less stoppages. I want the cutscenes when they do hit to mean something. Think Breath of the Wild. There are cutscenes in that game. Many of them are, admittedly, available at your discretion, but there are cutscenes still. There's really cool scenes, with Daruk and with Mipha and all that stuff. So I think that, like, for sure, there's, a way to weave those in without making the game come to a standstill. I'd love to see that. I would love all the Pokemon to have their actual cries. I would love to have your starter, at the very least, be able to walk behind you. I think it's kind of impossible to expect all 800 models in 3D space to work with so little time Game Freak has to actually make the games a reality, but I would still love that if it's available. Wait, what song, Roy? Light Up the Night by Protomen? I've never heard it. Send it to me on, Yo, Wetzel! Congratulations, Wetzel, on your recent YouTube success, man. That's amazing. But if you guys didn't know, our very own Wetzel put out a video a while back about Gravity Falls, and the video got over 200,000 views, which is actually insane. Like, that's actually, like, that's more than most of my recent stuff. Like, that's crazy, man. You should be very, very proud of that. Congrats again, Wetzel. Not only an amazing mod, not only an exceptional dude, but apparently a content creator to watch as well. And, like, the craziest part was, like, sometimes it happens, but, like, I checked, and like I said to Wetzel on Twitter, like, the like to dislike ratio bar is crazy as well. Like, I don't even get that good of a ratio typically. So, man, like, you should be very proud of that. Ethan, I tried, man. I tried for you. I tried for you. I don't really have much speculation on the actual Pokemon. Region, I would love... I've said this before, but I'd love to see a region based on, like, China, and weave in some of the mythology and the, like, stories of that culture. I said it earlier, like, you know, I think it'd be really cool if instead of, like, you have the Tapus as the Guardians, you have like, the 4, I don't know what is it sovereigns? I don't know what the actual term is, but the 4 animals in China, like the, you know, the tortoise, the tiger, the dragon, and the phoenix. I think that'd be very, very amazing if they did that. And then you could even, like, you could have, you know, Pokemon based on the Chinese zodiac. Mind you, we already have dog Pokemon. Mind you, we already have pig Pokemon, goat Pokemon, things like that. But this would give, you know, that it would make sense within the mythology, right? I think that'd be really, really awesome. And the region itself, like, there'd be so much you could take advantage of. Plus, Pokemon's recently actually started being, like, accepted in China. Sun and Moon were the first games to be translated into simple Mandarin, so the market is there. It would make sense, and it's like it's still foreign enough without, you know, being like, oh, we're giving America another, like. So I think it'd be really cool. I'd really, really look forward to that if we got a Beijing or Shanghai region, or, you know, and some parts of it could even, like, have some history in, like, feudal China and stuff like that. I'm just chilling, by the way. I'm playing Overwatch while watching. Nice, nice. It's going to be South America, probably maybe Africa, one of the two. Africa also, I think, is, like, ripe for a Pokemon region. I agree. South America, though, I don't think they're going to do it yet. I think wait. I don't think they're going to go from Hawaii, which is a very, like, tropical feeling, like, with palm trees and things like that, to South America, which also, I think, would have a lot of similar... I mean, obviously, and by the way, I am definitely not going to compare some of South America's, you know, greatest countries to Hawaii or America as a whole. You guys have your own cultures, you have your your own traditions, things like that, that we could only dream of having. But, and I'm not American, by the way, I'm Canadian, in case you didn't know already. But I just mean, I don't think they're gonna, like dip in that pot, and then, like, I do think they're gonna go somewhere else. And I think Africa is a great candidate, because you'll have a lot of lush green jungles. You'll have a lot of very cool wildlife. Rainforest type areas would be very awesome. I think there's definitely some mountains and whatnot in Africa as well. I've never been, so I can't really speak to it. But and just the inspiration for certain Pokemon would be, like, out of this world, because obviously, I mean, there's still species of animals in Africa that haven't even been discovered yet, they say. So, like, yeah. I would love Africa, but personally, my vote is for, like, a Chinese region. Hey, I'm back. How's the hunt? What's up, Adam? Things are good. Things are good, man. The hunt is, it's going okay. It's going okay, but the stream overall, at least, is going very, very well. But yeah, the hunt's going fine. So far, so good. Just hit 1050 on the right-hand side, which is good. South America, or do you like Spain? Again, I would love to see it, but I don't think they're going to do it right after Hawaii. I don't see it happening. I could be wrong, and if I'm wrong, that's totally fine. But I think we're going to get something European, or, yeah, like, I think we're gonna go further away from like, the Western Hemisphere. I think we're going to go back to the more Eastern Hemisphere. But, again, I am not a member of Game Freak, so I don't make the decisions, and we'll see what we end up getting, right? I'm sure it'll be great, either way. When I think about, like, Africa really sounds good to me, because when I think about, like, the first HD, like game on the Switch, like, the first console Pokemon game that's like a core Pokemon game, and I imagine all of the like the lush and vivid colors that Africa could like bring. That makes me really excited, actually. So that's one reason why, like, as much as I'd love to see like a London region, I don't think that it would really work too well because it's kind of, you know, it's kind of overcast, it's kind of dour. But like the beautiful lushness of Africa would be like just quite a way to introduce the series to people on this new beautiful hardware, you know. Speaking of travel, my dad and I are going to Prague for 2 months this summer. Oh my god. He'll be leading an English-speaking church while their pastor is visiting Canada. Wow, that's incredible, cheerleader. That's actually incredible. Man, that sounds like... Prague's like a really fancy place, right? Like, I'm pretty sure I heard a joke recently about, like, people like, oh, have you been to Prague? I've never been to Prague. Like, I think it was, like, on maybe the Nerdist podcast with Chris Hardwick, maybe? I don't know. The point is, though, that's awesome. That's awesome. I wish I could visit. Who has a Zero Aura for trade? Game Freak does in a few months. Probably for the new Pokemon movie. So, to be honest, I would like to see a before story, like Oak's Time. Think about it. I'd love to see it, too. Some sort of prequel. But I don't think they're going to do it. I think Pokemon, as it seems to be very supplanted in, like, the now. You know? Like, they age their characters. Like, we saw Red and Blue 20 years later. Supposedly 20 years later. In Sun and Moon. They seem to, like to keep the history intact instead of going back. So yeah, and I know the timeline in some cases might disprove that a bit, but for the most part, it seems like they like to keep it more modern kind of take, but just in a you know, their creative world. But I love the idea, and I think that'd be so cool, the fan service they could do with a Pokemon prequel as a core game, but I just can't see it. There's certain things, I don't know why, but Nintendo just, like, there's certain things they just don't do, and, like, other than Zelda, that really, like, they don't seem to really do prequels very often. Oh, Barley, what would, Barley, do you think they would ever make a Colorado region in Pokemon? Do you think it would ever happen? I actually could see them eventually. Not now. We're talking like maybe Gen 10, maybe Gen 11 even. Like way in the future when like my kids are my age now. Like we're like, but I could definitely see them doing a LA region, like a Californian kind of region. Since when a lot of people, like when I visited Tokyo and I said like, and I spoke English, a lot of people immediately would be like, oh, from California. And I'm like, no, I'm not even from the States. I'm from Canada. And then they were kind of disappointed. Like, they kind of, I think they really, really love California. Like, the idea of it, right? That's where all the famous people are. That's where all the movies are made. That's where, like, Google and like, YouTube and all the big businesses, Facebook, are all, like, situated. So I think they have this, like, huge, like, you know, maybe that was the people I met in the area I was in. I don't know. But, yeah. What would you suggest for shiny Mimikyu hunting? Yeah, probably Wetzel, probably. For shiny Mimikyu hunt, you definitely want to have like a Pangoro with Mold Breaker so that its disguise ability stops being a pain in the butt. You also might want like, I think it's, is it Soak? That makes the Pokemon turn into a water type. Something like that could also help as well. And if you actually infinite Lepaberry it, you probably only have to soak it like once, which is pretty good. So there's definitely a team you can build around it. For more information, definitely maybe check out, like, there's someone I'm sure has, like, a guide on it, if it's, like, on Reddit or something. But, yeah. Google is in San Francisco. My cousin works there. The stuff she knows. Wait, you have a cousin who works for... That's actually insane, man. Congrats. A guy I went to high school with now works for, Overwatch on Twitch. So that's pretty cool. I used to play Smash Brothers with him, in the summer of 2014. We played a lot of Super Smash Brothers Melee together. He's a good dude. But yeah, now he's working for Overwatch, like at Twitch. He's like a manager or whatever. All the way down in the San Fran, I think. He's in he's in San Francisco. Because I remember hearing that and being like, that's so expensive. He must be making crazy money. You want YouTube favoritism? Now it all makes sense. Why I haven't gotten many yellow strikes. It has nothing to do with the fact that my channel very much is like a kid-friendly zone. Wait, is your friend Jeff from the Overwatch team? No. It's his son. Jeffy J, which stands for Jeffy Jr. Oh, dude, that's awesome, Wetzel. That's awesome. Yeah, no, that's very cool. That's very cool. Buddy is on Team Liquid for CSGO. They're, like, good, too, right? Like Team Liquid, aren't they, like, really good? I'd love to work at Blizzard. Their campus is amazing and close to Disney. That's true. That's true. And you wouldn't be a Barl if you didn't enjoy hanging out with Goofy and Mickey in the gang. Barley, why don't you get like a summer job when you're like going to college or whatever at the Disney theme parks as a Jack Sparrow? Like, you know how they have like the impersonators or whatever in the park for like the kids? Cough. Stan is the best YouTuber ever. What about Roy? Roy's a YouTuber and Roy's been in the game longer than me. Cheerleader. I think Roy might have a case. Roy might be my favorite YouTuber. He's the one whose videos I enjoy the most, which is why I get on him so much about him not uploading. Working at Disney is terrible. Well, I've heard there's actually like a class system at Disney where it goes like, if you're just like a janitor or like an operations guy like on the rides and stuff, you're like the lowest tier. And then if you're like a mascot character, so you're like in a suit all day, you're like a little bit higher and you have like a little bit more power and like authority. And then if you're like a face character, so you're like Gaston or like Jack Sparrow, then you get like, you're like considered like, you know, like a not a god quite, but like a golden boy or girl for sure. And you typically get like the best food and the best like things like that. That's what I read on Cracked. It was in a Cracked article. Don't know if that's true, but yeah, I heard that there is like a bit of like an elitism system in place, like a pyramid kind of thing. Nitro is his tag. Oh, nice. I'll have to check him out. Who's Roy? Sorry if it's a dumb question. I'm new to these streams. No worries, Happy Soft. Roy, I mean, it's kind of hard to explain who Roy is. He is a YouTuber who is definitely very heavily inspired by content creators like H3, like JonTron, Peanut Butter Gamer. He loves the color purple. He's very random in his videos. He has a very unique sense of humor, to put it lightly. And I think he really enjoys shocking his audience. But he's a good guy, and he's got a good heart, and he makes really cool things. And he's also maybe changed the most of any human I've ever met in my life. Like, the difference in Roy from 2014 to 2018 is like night and day. It's kind of crazy. Roy is a boy, but a god among men. Oh my god, there he is again. Roy, you must be Exodia, because every time I mention you, you get summoned. Are you a Roy or are you a boy? Oh, we talking about me? Yeah, someone asked about you. What about Game Grumps? I don't think Roy, I mean, he might have been based on Game Grumps. I don't know. I just got back from cooking some eggs. Did you make a, oh, what do you call it? Oh, I can't think of what it's called. It's not a omelet. Oh, I can't remember what it's called right now. That's brutal. What kind of eggs did you make? As we get closer to 800 on the left-hand side. No, I think that's cool, Boba Fett. I never insinuated that I was sad about it. I honestly prefer it. A gentleman of fortune he is. Possibly. I think he just like, he has like a built-in Roy alarm. And when he hears his name, it's like the bat signal for him, you know? It's like the boy signal. Boy man. Boy man. Boy man. Boy man. Boy man. Boy man. I never insinuated, I made over easy on bread with cheese and bacon. Wow, you did. I feel like you're actually a pretty good chef, aren't you, Roy? You definitely seem like a better cook than myself. I would not have put those fixins on. I would have just like put a piece of toast in the toaster, made the eggs, and then called it a day. Have you seen Batman the Animated Series Abridged? I haven't, no. I didn't even know that existed. I'll be right back. No worries. Wildcat. I can only make waffles and brownies. Yeah, but those are two amazing things that I wish I knew someone in my life who could make those every day for me. So, there you go. You want a job as my official waffle? I wish, you know what? I wish I was in a position that I could actually, like, extend that offer. But just a heads up, that is a fake offer because YouTube, especially in February, does not allow me to hire a personal waffle maker. Carter Calloway enjoying the turkey, but also with all of the L's randomly. Carter, thank you for the donation. I do appreciate that. Please just be careful of the spam, that's all. But, oh my god, Barley, come on, man. You just timed out. Carter, I'm sorry, man. But thank you for the donation. No, Nad doesn't really cook. She does try, though. I give her that, but not really. We don't see each other enough because our schedules are so different. She works, like, evenings all the time. And typically I'm streaming then, but then, you know, I go to have dinner and anyway. But yes, Carter Hype, thank you so much, Carter, for the donation. Thank you so much. I do appreciate it. But yeah, please, I'm sorry that you're timed out right now. Barley jumped the gun because Barley don't mess with anybody if you spam. So yeah, be careful with the spam in the future. But I do appreciate the donation. You are awesome. And yeah, thank you so much. Give Carter some hype. Let him know that we do care, even if Barley is, you know, a meanie. But yeah, he was just hyped. He was just hyped, that's all. Barley don't mess around, it's true. I can't really penalize Barley either, because he is technically just enforcing the rules. It's just like, you know, sometimes we gotta bend the rules a bit in terms of that. Because I think Carter was just really excited that he donated, and so he probably overspammed. Can I at least DM you my recipe, Stan? Haha, it's really good. I mean, you can, like, at me or whatever on Discord or Twitter and let me know for sure. But I'm probably not going to make them. I'm just going to be honest because I'm a horrible chef/baker and I don't really cook. But yeah, please DM them to me on Roy's, in Roy's, like, you know, his, whatever his marquee hall or whatever, like that area. Then we can all see the deliciousness. What? I saw spam. I know, you're like Terminator, and spam is Sarah Connor in the first movie, and you're just like, focus in and laser. I get it. I know, Bar. Don't worry, anyone can make them. Even Roy. Even Roy on his 8th Coors Light. You think Roy could do that? I thought about doing a cooking channel. You are from, like, one of the best, like, states in the world to you know, to do that properly. So I'd watch. Nice, Al. Nice, congratulations. Banana, barbles, barbles. All right, guys, we got a half an hour left in the stream. Let's make it a good one. Let's hope that the type Null decides to show up, because we are like, okay, we're not over 2,000 yet, but we're getting very close. By the end of the stream, we'll be like within 100 away from. So like we're up there, and I think type Null needs to show up. The odds are 1 in 4,000, but we're doing it twice, so technically the odds are 1 in 4,000 times 2. But, you know, hopefully, I figured maybe one of them would be kind to us. Maybe give us a type Null before 2,000 soft resets. But it's appearing very interesting. But we're not there yet, so who knows? Uh-oh, are you okay, Roy? So 2 out of 8,000, essentially, yeah. Yeah, but that's better. No, not really. But, yeah. But the more encounters we do go up, the more likely it is to happen, obviously. So, we'll continue. That was not a shiny. That was definitely not a shiny. Guys, I want to hear from you. If Roy was a Pokemon, or if Roy was a superhero, which of those two things would he be? I want to... best answer... Best answer wins... I don't know. I can't really give anything away. Best answer wins a picture that I'll draw of Roy and then post in my Discord. Psyduck. I know what's... I know, man. Trust me. JoJo actually was on me about that earlier because he has an Umbreon Pokemon card that he's been meaning to give me for like 2 years. I want to get a P.O. Box. It's just, like I said, it's very expensive, and it's very, in Canada at least, it's very, very expensive. And I just don't think that, like, I know there's a lot of people who've been, like, who would want to, like, you know, share things and stuff like that, but I don't think it's, like, worth it for, like, long term. Like, I wish I could just open a P.O. Box for the first, like, month, because then I think, like, everybody would send all the things they've wanted to send me for, you know, at least the last, like, year now, maybe even longer. But then after that... it's, you know, I think it would dry up. And so but the problem is, I think you have to buy either it's like 6 months or a year. And so like, that's kind of my issue with it. And that's why you'll see that most, content creators, most YouTubers, like they really do wait until like, they're very, like they're very big. Like their channel's completely blown up, to get a P.O. Box. You'll see a lot of people wait until, you know, they hit like 500,000 or 1 million subscribers to like open one, because it's hard to maintain, and it is also a part of like a privacy thing too, because like the P.O. Box would still be pretty close to where I live, and you know what I mean. So that's part of it too, admittedly. Not again so much for me. I don't really care. It's more for like the people that I love, like my parents, my brother who would share kind of an address with me at this point in time, Nad, like just things like that, you know. Roy would be a Shuckle. Scrafty. Oh, I like that. I like that. By the way, I'm just saying this picture is probably going to be in Paint, Microsoft Paint, and it's probably going to be glorious, so look forward to that. But I still need to know what superhero Roy would be. No worries, Taco. Thank you for popping by, man. That means a lot, actually. But yeah, thanks for popping by, and take care, man. No, thank you, Wetzel, thank you. No, but even the P.O. Box, because it would still be in the same town, right? So it's not a big deal when you live in, like, Toronto, for example, because there's so many people in that town, it doesn't really matter. But, like, when you live in a small town like I do of, like, you know, 10,000 people or whatever, it's a little more, like, I don't know, easier to track me down through if I open a P.O. Box. I don't want to know what Roy's favorite Pokemon is. I want to know, based on his personality, and, you know, we'll throw in a little bit of, like, his likes and his personal appearance and whatnot. So, the purple, the height, things like that. The Japanese blood in him. I want to know, like, what you guys think, what superhero and what Pokemon Roy is the most like. I don't have a UPS so much around me now. I did, however, have one in my, like, before I moved to this apartment. Squirtle and Aquaman. Interesting. I like that overkill. I like that. Yeah, put the P.O. Box. It's still sending it to the post office compared to your home. That's true. That's true. Yeah, I don't know who... Well, you know what? I think the Snorlax comment might have been due to, you know, instead of Snorlax getting out of your way and letting you go through Diglett's tunnel, it just kind of does its own thing, right? And in that case, it's sleeping. But in Roy's case, you know, every time there's supposed to be a new video, he just does his own thing. And it's not sleeping. It's actually usually the opposite of sleeping. But it might involve writing. It might involve playing PUBG or Fortnite with yours truly. It might involve reading. It might involve keyboarding, listening to music, listening to podcasts. But the point is, you know, Roy does his own thing sometimes. And that's very Snorlax quality. I cannot wait until you find the shiny and go, yes, yes, yes. I might, Blade Blair. I might. You don't know. You don't know. Are you excited that they moved the release date for Rampage a week earlier as to not get slaughtered by the Avengers, Blade? It was a good setup for an assembly tomorrow. Interesting, interesting. Schools are so different these days. Cough, Roy responds. Yeah, I can't wait to see a Roy responds, but Roy has said that we're not getting a Roy response until probably at least May. Probably early May, if I had to wager, like going off of my Stanny senses. I'd probably say early May is a good bet. They did, yes, they did. Everyone's scared of the Avengers. That the Avengers messed everything up because they moved a week ahead, right? So it's messing up a lot of the April releases. Super Troopers 2 is gonna get affected by it. There's another movie. I think Amy Schumer has a movie that was supposed to come out on the 27th, and instead she moved it to April 20th. But now The Rock moved Rampage to April 20th. So basically, Amy Schumer's movie is gonna. I mean, if it wasn't already gonna bomb, it's probably gonna bomb now for sure. So yeah. Trust me, I'm doing the right thing. Just like trust me, I know what I'm doing. Okay, okay. Just playing some Mania. Nice, Supersonic. Sounds like you've had a fun night. Roy can respond whenever he wants. That's true. It is his right. It is his right. I just, as a Stan fan, just want to see. I just want to see uploads from Roy. That's all. I miss not watching Roy videos. It's been too long. DK was actually not too bad, not that long ago, but there's a huge wait between that. So it just, it all kind of adds up. Wow, how to trigger Roy 2018. Sorry, man, I was making a joke. How to lose a Roy in 10 seconds, Wetzel. That should be that's the title of your Hollywood rom-com. Roy would be Nightwing because he starts off as a small Robin and evolves into something awesome. He's not to the awesome part yet, but we are getting there. I actually like that one. I like that one, Fluff. I like that one. He is kind of like that, isn't he? He is kind of like Nightwing. He's, he's a sidekick of sorts, who gets in his own head sometimes a little too much, but he's just striving for approval from the masses. And his family also unfortunately died in a trapeze accident, thanks to a guy with half a face. So yeah, he definitely has a lot of similarities, and yeah, over time he has definitely become something more. He really has evolved. He's kind of found his own rhythm, I guess, his own identity, and that's very cool. That's very cool. I have displeased the boy. Don't bring up my circus family accident. It's sensitive. Yeah, did you guys know that Roy actually was a conjoined twin for most of his life? But during that trapeze accident, unfortunately, the other half of his conjoined twin, Troy, was actually, unfortunately, did not make it. And so now he lives with the husk of his old twin, Troy, as a part of him always. That's a little morbid, actually. But anyway, it's a true story. I mean, some stories are just, unfortunately, not easy to tell, I guess. But yeah, and that's why Roy often wears that hat, because if he takes the hat off and he ever cuts his hair, if he ever shaved his head bald, you would actually see Troy's face kind of... It's kind of... Have you ever seen the first Harry Potter with Professor Quirrell and Voldemort? Spoilers. Yeah. Kind of a situation like that going on. Do 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 do. Ding 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 ding. Change the color from black to purple. Barrel's in charge. Spoilers on a 20-year-old book. There are guaranteed though some kids who have not gotten around to the Harry Potter series. Now they're gonna watch the first one and be like, "Oh, it's that guy that Stan was talking about." Man, Stan, why did you spoil it for me? Dumb Pokatuber. That's what they're gonna say. Roy, what's your favorite series of books? Is it Animorphs, Lord of the Rings, Harry Potter, Percy Jackson, I Spy, Where's Waldo? What else is there? What else was there as a kid? There's books, right? The Babysitter's Club, I think, is something that existed. Was that multiple? The Hardy Boys, Nancy Drew? I don't know. I'm trying to remember books that I read, like, that were in my library all the time when I was a kid. But yeah, what's your favorite series of books? Not just one book, because I know you'd pick something like you know, Deepak Chopra or something. Something very spiritual. But in terms of like a fictional kind of kid series, I guess. Arthur! True. I just watched the cartoon. Like, the cartoon was everywhere because it was like a Canadian produced show. So it was everywhere in Canada because I'm at the CRTC. It's like standards or whatever. So yeah. Harry Potter, but I'm about to get back into something I read as a kid that freaked me out about, like, genies and demons in political Britain. What are you on? What is that book you're talking about? Genies and demons in political... Like the Da Vinci Code? Genies and demons? What? And also, are you rereading, like, a book series for, like, 6-year-olds? That can't be. They wouldn't make a book series for 6-year-olds involving demons. Never mind. Forget I said that. That was a dumb Stan moment, but... And I said, hey, what a wonderful time to pay. Hey, where you can learn to work and play. Hey, and get along with the Roy Boy. There is a Roy Boy in the east, a Roy Boy in the west, a Roy Boy in a sweater, a Roy Boy in a vest, Roy Boy on the playground, Roy Boy in the class. Everybody has a Roy Boy, even don't ask. He's a simple Roy Boy with a nice purple hat. But if he believes in himself, Roy's response can come out sooner than that. And he says, hey, Roy. Roy Boy in the building. Roy Boy in the night. Roy Boy in the evening. Roy Boy gonna fight. He's gonna eat some delicious tuna. And maybe even some salmon as well. Maybe some fish fingers. Or do they call them fish fingers? I don't know. Go figure. Roy is a little baby boy. That's my song. A Roy Boy sitting on a nest. I don't know what it is about Harry Potter and Percy Jackson. It was always easy for me to read despite being dyslexic. I think it had to do with the font. And so, yeah, they do definitely have big fonts for sure. I never really read Percy Jackson. It was a little bit just after, I think, my time. Because there were kids in my class in high school who were very familiar with it. So, like, I guess it never, like, hit me the way, like, it hit some of my peers. But most of my peers, I would say. Anyway, but Harry Potter was obviously massive. By the time it really blew up, the 4th book was already out. Like, that's when, like, I started, like, knowing people who were, like, reading it. And yeah, it's a really, really amazing series. Like, J.K. Rowling definitely created something that will stand the test of time. And the movies are really good, too. Although, it's good because, like, I don't know, barring them, like, completely changing the plot and, like, doing some really dumb things with the material, like, I think Harry Potter's a really hard story to mess up because it is, at its core, a very simple story. It's just all of the world building and the development that really, really, I think, makes it transcend. It's the details, you know? It's called the Bartimus Trilogy. I haven't heard it in years. Are you sure it's not the Barlamus Trilogy? Spicy pineapple pizza. Yeah, of course, of course. I'm late to the question, but my favorite book series is Artemis Fowl. Nice. Series of Unfortunate Events is another one I read as a kid, actually. The problem was, when I was a kid, it never finished. It was only up to, like, the 10th book by the time I went to high school. So I never really finished it, which is unfortunate. Hopefully one day the Netflix series gets to the end, and hopefully they continue to adapt them fairly nicely. But yeah. When is Stan and Roy Boy Season 1 coming? Well, we have... You know what? We might make a Christmas special. We'll see. We'll see. Because I know you guys do enjoy the silliness. If Roy's down for it, maybe we'll collab on a Christmas special. Or just a holiday special type thing around the holidays this year. Maybe even something for my birthday in the summer. Who knows? But it wouldn't be like a top 10, like... Top 10 most action-packed Nintendo games featuring Roy Boy. It'd be like something that's actually like built with the idea of me and Roy, you know, co-starring involved, I guess. So it would be less of a collab and more of like a project, I guess. That's true, Slow Sender. That's true. Alpha Flight, man, yeah. Canada's like, we're kind of proud of them, but only when it like we need to be. You know what I mean? Like, Canada definitely is like, we're claiming Wolverine. Wolverine and Deadpool are Canadian. We're taking them. But when it comes to Alpha Flight, they're like, yeah, did you know that there's this cool team that's kind of like the Avengers, but from up north? But it's never like, they never really promote it, you know? One day Disney will make Alpha Team. Or Alpha Flight, sorry, not Alpha Team. He's a cool kid, hanging in, getting it done, and he's officially the candidate for having some fun. You know it. They better calm down, Roy boy. We should review Chrono Trigger together. Only if we also review DK64 together. That's only fair. Which means you have to finish the game. So I know that's not going to happen. Hello, Wolfger! What's up? I love audiobooks, though. I think there's no problem with audiobooks. The one thing is, books, there's something about books that they just, like, you can really take them in at kind of your own pace. Where I do find, like, when I listen to an audiobook I really like, I typically find myself having to, like, listen to it a few times to really take in everything. Like, it's weird, but, like, there will be some chapters and I'm just like, did I just, like, completely tune out for this entire chapter? Like, I don't remember this. But I literally just listened to this last week. Usually for, like, biographies and stuff, that's more true. I don't really listen to many fiction books on audiobook because I do like to take in those details in my own. But I do also, obviously, understand and respect the fact that, like, dyslexia is a thing, right? Like, bruh, so I heard you got a Mimikyu tattoo recently. Has it healed well? Yeah, Charlotte, yeah. I'm wearing, like, the worst possible sweater for it, like, actually, though. But it healed pretty well. You can kind of see it peeking through there. That's literally as far as I can, like, roll up my sleeve, unfortunately. But yeah, there it is. I got myself a Mimikyu tattoo, and it's awesome. Yo, Divin! Been a while, school and all. Yeah, no worries. I haven't been streaming as much lately either. I've been very busy behind the scenes with taxes and a special little thing I'm working on. But Divin locked hype. Thank you so much, Divin, for tuning in. Not only tuning in, but the donation, of course, obviously. You were awesome. I hope school is going well for you. I do appreciate the donation, of course. And, oh, also congrats to Wolfgert for that Pikipek. Nice! Congrats! Congrats! But his nature is very garbage. Hey, you still got it. You still got it. But yeah, no, thank you so much. Seriously, I really, really do appreciate that, Divin. You're awesome. That'd be cool, Supersonic Chow, but I don't think they'll give them the permission to do that. Turns on Wii U without anyone noticing. Don't care. Did you see that that tweet I tagged you in, Roy, of like, it's like Peter Griffin, but with all the Donkey Kong like noises, like the that sound? That was awful. But you know what I'm trying to say, and like the like the transition. I saw that, Roy. Roy is making a beautiful review. A beautiful review. Shadow of the Colossus 2. It was amazing. I liked your tweet. Okay. I just don't check anything anymore. So my bad, my bad. Alright, guys. We are at 1082. We're almost at 1100. And we're almost at 9 o'clock on the PM side of things. We're going to go till 1100, I think. I mean, it just makes sense at this point. Like, oh, or my new 3DS capture card will just stop working all of a sudden, which is also great. By the way, that was 1083. It was not a type null, but I will make sure to show you guys in 1 second here. We finally had a nice round of capture card stuff, and then it went wonkalicious on us. But yeah, see, no shiny type null. It's still just a regular little guy. Excuse me. I heard that, Supersonic. I heard that. Does anyone remember Neopets? Hello, Hexaddy. What's up? Roy, who's a better role model? Gladion or Wiki? I remember Neopets. Do you really, though? Like, weren't you a little... Well, I guess not. You're not that much younger than me. Not for Neopets. Neopets was like... If anything, I think my brother, who's like almost your age, was more into it than me. But I do remember it. Roy, are you still playing Minecraft often? I know you went through a bit of a resurgence phase a few months back. Alright, guys. 1085 of it to come up. Then we have 15 more. I like it. I like it. Let's go. We're about to find a type null. Let them know. Oh, that was not a shiny, though. I did see that. I was very checking. That's not a sentence. But, no, I hardly ever touched it since the review. Interesting, interesting. Okay. I still boot up a new world every now and when I want a podcast game. Right? I understand. I understand. When are you starting a podcast, by the way? Game Slate? Or Boy... I don't know. Bubble Boy? No, not Bubble Boy. That's a movie with Jake Gyllenhaal. Pod Boy? Pod Boy 140? The Ultimate Gaming Podcast? Yeah, Roy used to be like the Minecraft king. He was, you could have seen, there was this one time he built, you know the Mad Hatter from Alice in Wonderland? He built, like, his face with, like, the top hat and everything, and, like, the white hair. It was incredible. It was actually, I never really played Minecraft, admittedly. It was, like, a little bit beyond me, and it just wasn't my thing. It's not my type of game, but I gotta admit, I saw some of Roy's stuff and some of his videos and, like, footage and stuff. My God, like, that Mad Hatter, it's still, like, I still think about that, and, like, how amazing Minecraft, like, could be if you were good at it. No, I know, Roy, I know, like, legit. Like, you would show off some of the stuff in, like, footage of your videos, and you were good. You were talented, for sure. I imagine you were also good with the Lego blocks. Unfortunately, I think Roy shut down everything. You were a boy with a lot of time on your hands, no responsibilities, and a computer that way outpowered what your mind could create. It's crazy to think now, but there was once a time that was probably true. Now it's like the complete opposite. It's like so many more responsibilities, so much less time, and a computer that's the same computer that runs at like a snail's pace. We should all Minecraft. Maybe. It's not my thing though, man. It's not my thing. But, like I said, if I had to go to a desert island, I do think it's the game I would bring with me. Just because it offers the most, like, you could constantly build things, right? Like, it would never end, which I think that's the cool part about Minecraft. It's like the game that keeps on giving. There's a reason it's still actually pretty popular today, even though other games might have eclipsed it in terms of popularity, like Fortnite, PUBG, even, what was that one? What was that one that had the Pokemon Brick Bronze or whatever? Whatever that was, like that, I think eclipsed it for a little bit. Roblox, but yeah, like Minecraft is still around and it's still pretty strong. It's got a big following still, for sure. I have played it, Roy. My brother had it, and I like picked it up and tried it once. It's more the just like aimlessness of it that I don't really like. Roblox, yeah. Roblox, yeah, yeah. Giving the world to the little baby Roybathins. I know, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Fluffpuff. Roy, don't be triggered, man. I know you're excited about the new Winnie the Pooh movie actually coming out this summer. Speaking of triggered, because it rhymes with Tigger, and the wonderful thing about Tiggers. But yeah. Oh, bother. Apparently Ewan McGregor's in the new Winnie the Pooh movie, and I hope at one point, because it's Disney and they own Star Wars now, I hope at one point Winnie the Pooh pops up and is just like, Christopher Robin, I love you. And then Ewan McGregor just like looks down at like the bag that Winnie the Pooh just popped out of and is just like, hello there. I think that'd be the best. Pokemon Brick Bronze needs to be shut down. They steal Sun and Moon sprites. Also, they shut down Pixelmon. They did, yes. I think they did shut down Brick Bronze, didn't they? I thought they did. I'm pretty sure they cease and desisted it, didn't they? They gotta protect their IPs, guys. They gotta protect their IPs. I hate it too, but there are some cases where I'm like, yeah, like they definitely, because like, what's to stop someone from using the Pokemon IP? Like, remember when PETA made like Pokemon Black and Blue, and like that didn't represent what Pokemon wanted at all. But like, it's, you know, so Pokemon wanted to shut that down. But if they start making special cases for like really talented people who actually love the series, then they also legally set a precedent to like allow people who might try to promote hate speech or promote their own agenda through that license, through that franchise. And that's why they gotta be careful. VeggieTales was great. I remember VeggieTales. Joa told Noah there's gonna be a floody. I remember VeggieTales for sure. I didn't really watch it too much, but I think I've spoken on before. My one side of my family is like pretty super religious, and like my grandmother's like a Sunday school teacher, and they would like gift us for like Easter or like Christmas. They would gift us like VeggieTale like VHSs, and then my dad would be like, I don't know, like I don't like, you know, but we would watch the odd one. My parents used to be Sunday school teachers, so every Sunday I spent like 5 hours in the church watching VeggieTales. I've definitely been to some Sunday schools myself, and to some, even though I don't want to get into all this, what my beliefs and stuff are, but yeah, I know that feels. Oh, your dad's a pastor. That actually makes a lot of sense. Why he is replacing a pastor who's going to Canada. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Actually, too much sense, I would almost say. What up, Quartz? Yeah. It's winding down. Pokemon's dying, my friend. It happens. How's your day been, though? Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, MCB. Oh, that's awful. That's awful, man. It's gonna be okay, though, Mateo. It's gonna be okay. You got this. You got this. Things will rally, I promise you, man. I promise you. Just part of growing up, you know? All Roy wanted was some chicken wings from McDonald's or Burger King. He believes he can dance. Thanks, Stan. No worries, man. Bears eat beets. And Battlestar Galactica, Dwight Schrute. That's the 3 Bs. Fun fact, the way I was able to get Discord partnership, I'm not sure. I mean, I definitely hit the threshold in terms of certain, like, numbers that they needed. But I put on, like, my application, I was like, I really like The Office. That was like my about me, like, why I should get partnership. I was like, I have, like, you know, I have this kind of following, I have this YouTube channel, and I really like The Office. But anyways, guys, we are getting closer to wrapping up tonight's stream. Oh, who lives in a Roy house under the sea? Roy boy square pants. Who's absorbent in yellow and Porsche is he? Roy boy square pants. Even not a good nonsense be something you wish. Roy boy square pants. And then up on the deck and flop like a fish. Are you ready? Roy boy pants. Roy boy square pants. Roy, what do you think about the fact that Toy Story 3 is objectively bad? I think that you need to remove the metal rod from wherever you have it crammed up and enjoy joy, you know? Enjoy joy, boy, Roy. Because I think you're being too harsh on yourself, and I think you're having a hard time struggling with your own mortality and growing up and getting older and having to move on from nostalgic things. And that, you know, that brings out that part of you. The nostalgia boy gets killed when you see that, because you realize there is no joy in that film. It's the joy of, like, realizing that, yeah, like, sometimes you have to let go, and, like, sometimes... I think it's a great film. It's a great film. Yeah, I do totally understand, though, why you wouldn't like it, because, like I said, you're a nostalgia boy, and that's literally a movie about moving on from your nostalgia and moving on from your childhood, and you would never do that, because you love yourself and your childhood too much. So I get it. I get why you don't like Toy Story 3, specifically. I'm sorry to have to psychoanalyze you with all my professional degrees here, but I'm calling it how I see it, man. I'm calling it how I see it. And I'll be calling this stream in about 3 more encounters here on the right side. We're gonna end, yeah, I guess probably 8:30 and 1100. Sounds good. And then I can eat homemade pork chops and sweet potatoes. Crappy script focusing more on humans when toys were the draw. I don't think it focuses that much on humans at all. I think it definitely focuses on the toys. I think you're crazy. Have you ever seen Toy Story 3? Or have you just seen like clips of it? I don't understand. How does it focus like... Yeah, it focuses on like the relationship between Andy and his toys, but like it still focuses on the toys' relationship with Andy. Like I think that's the more important thing. It's you guys are crazy. You guys are crazy. It's, you know what? It's because you're younger. You're like 5 years younger than me or whatever. You're like just outside of that generation that can like appreciate that. One day you'll appreciate it, Roy. I'm telling you. I'm telling you, you will. But right now you're too absorbed in your own nostalgia, and that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. Don't pull that, Stan. I guess I have to, because like I don't understand how you guys can't relate to that. How you guys are just like, it's bad. It's about humans, not toys, so it's bad. But it's about the relationship between growing up and moving on, not only from the perspective of Andy, but from the perspective of like Woody, especially. Like, you know, I don't know. That's crazy. Don't pull age as a factor. I'm gonna have to though, because you're not making any sense. That's the only explanation it could be. I relate. Why? How do you relate? Do you work in IT? How do you relate a lot to the... Do you come home and you're like, that's my sweetheart? To your like twin brother on your head? If we allow relation to become the prime factor of movie quality, what are you on? I'm not even gonna entertain this conversation. The whole point of making film is for empathy. It's to be able to experience something from someone else's point of view, I think, and like acknowledge and understand their story, and like, so that's the whole point of movies. It's not just to entertain you so you can eat popcorn and eat like nachos and candy and have a fun night out with the parents. Like it's supposed to be. Anyway, all right, here we go, guys. This is the last one on both sides. I'm not gonna lie, it's not looking too good, but we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Okay, here we go. Here we go. On the left side at 8:30, it is a regular type null, and finally on the right side at 1100, with us now having 1930 encounters between both screens. That's crazy. Let's go. Is it shiny at 1100? It is not. How cool would it have been if it was, though? That would have been amazing. But, yeah, unfortunately, it is not. I do, of course, have to thank everybody who tuned in today. Definitely a smaller stream, but I think that's partially because I skipped Sunday. And like I said, Pokemon and Type Null are just, they're old news now. People have moved on. Fortnite is, like, dominating everything, but it happens. But anyway, I do want to say, though, I want to remind you guys, I probably won't be streaming again until, like, next Thursday, I think, because I got to take care of some stuff behind the scenes, both in terms of taxes and a big announcement thing. You should hear about that announcement sometime late next week, so look forward to that. That is exciting. Before I stream again, you will know what my whole big secret behind the scenes is. But yeah, thank you for tuning in. I do also, of course, have to thank everybody who donated today. We had Mr. Arctic Sparkles, Jenna, Golden Centrit, sorry, Mr. Arctic Sparkles, Carter, Callaway, and Divinlocked. Thank you so much for your donations, and welcome, or not welcome, just thank you for making things easier, for making my life better. Thank you to all my sponsors once again out there. I love you guys. Thank you for putting up with this. I know Type Null is getting into like some serious, like, God, we're still doing Type Null days, and I apologize for that, but hopefully we get this sooner rather than later. But thank you once again so much. Have a great rest of your night. I won't see you for a while, but take care until I do see you again. I will be back, I promise, and it'll be better than ever. But I love you guys, and peace. Oh, and happy hunting, baby rhinos. How could I almost forget that? Later, guys. Love ya.
such thing as two bacon, mac, and cheesy.